This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Watch collecting has become an increasingly popular hobby in recent years, but with this popularity comes several challenges. The demand for luxury watches has been increasing in recent years as more and more people can afford them. This has led to a shortage of supply and has made it more difficult for collectors to get their first-hand the watches they want. This is one of the dilemmas for the watch community, especially for the enthusiasts. Being a watch enthusiast and collector is not easy. Not only do you have to deal with people who don't understand your passion, but you also have to navigate a world of self-satisfied luxury brands, pretentious fellow collectors, and stuffy atmospheres that are worse than the most conservative work functions. Despite these challenges, watch collecting is a rewarding hobby for many people. It is a fantastic way to learn about watches, appreciate their craftsmanship, and build a valuable collection. In today's video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will explore the biggest problems that collectors face today and discuss strategies for overcoming them. We will also look at the future of watch collecting and how collectors can adapt to the changing market. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so now to stay informed about our future videos. We would like to address a significant issue we have observed within the watch industry, and you may have also noticed it. This issue pertains to the lengthy service times. The Omega Seamaster 1948 vintage reissue was a remarkable success when it was initially released, selling out almost immediately. What is not to admire about that? Furthermore, we have the JL Seamaster Calendar New Generation with a unique blue boutique-only dial, which also has the lowest availability in the market. Nevertheless, this timepiece is truly exquisite. We also like to touch on the topic of watch servicing from various angles. The current watch service market is large and growing, with a wide range of options available to consumers. From authorized dealers to independent watchmakers, there are many separate places to get your watch serviced. One of the most key factors to consider when choosing a watch servicing provider is the level of expertise they have with your brand and model of watch. Authorized dealers typically have the most experience with servicing watches from their brands, but they can also be more expensive than independent watchmakers. Independent watchmakers may have more experience servicing a wider range of brands and models, but it is important to do your research to make sure they have a good reputation. Another factor to consider is the cost of servicing. Watch services can range in price from a few $100s to several $1,000s, depending on the complexity of the work required. Here is an example. It takes 7 months to service a basic Omega Seamaster with a 2892 movement, only requiring a main plate replacement. This lengthy time can be attributed to the part needing to be sourced from Switzerland, which is understandable. However, the actual service for the 2892 movement, including quality control, takes only 2.5 to 3 hours. So, waiting 7 months for an uncomplicated watch is surprising and frustrating. For some watch brands, it is much easier and less of a hassle. For an IWC Perpetual under warranty, the service may be completed in 2 months, and IWC and Patek are commendable for that. But the contrast is different when you consider that Omega takes 7 months to service a simple Seamaster, Brigade asks for 9 months on an entry-level marine model, and Panerai requires 6 months for a modified 7750 movement. It is important to get quotes from multiple providers before deciding. You should also consider the turnaround time for servicing. Some providers may be able to service your watch within a few days, while others may take several weeks or even months. If you need your watch back quickly, be sure to ask about turnaround times before choosing a provider. To the best of our knowledge, there are only a handful of watchmaking schools in the US, such as the Hayek School in Miami, which graduates about 20 to 30 students each year, and the Lititz School in Pennsylvania, alongside a few others. This number of watchmakers entering the field is compounded by the fact that watchmakers are underpaid. While a starting salary of $50,000 to $60,000 might seem decent, it is important to recognize that this is a highly specialized profession and higher compensation is warranted. The surge in interest in the watch market during the COVID-19 pandemic, with more people getting into watch collecting, has also led to a greater need for watch servicing. Unfortunately, the industry has not been able to keep pace with this increased demand. Consequently, it is disheartening to hear that you must contact luxury brands like Omega for a basic entry-level Seamaster service, only to be given a 7-month wait, or receive a 1-year estimate from Brigade. Many independent watchmakers are also declining service requests, which puts pressure on the brands. While it may not be fair to entirely blame the brands for this predicament, they should have foreseen the increased demand. However, finding a solution to this predicament is elusive. Only a few people are inclined to become watchmakers, and while some may say watchmaking is a dying art, there has never been a greater need for skilled watchmakers than there is today. Service times have reached an exasperating point. We believe that brands and companies should be willing to pay higher salaries to attract more watchmakers to their teams. This is essential to compete effectively and alleviate the strain that extended service times are imposing on collectors and customers. Most of the people from the watch community find it troubling that prestigious brands like Omega and Brigade are quoting service times of 7 and 9 months, respectively, which they consider to be unreasonably long. In line with this, we need to emphasize the need to graduate more watchmakers, make watchmaking education more accessible and affordable, and rekindle interest in this specialized field. There is a significant bottleneck in the watch servicing industry at present, and it is becoming a cause for concern. Let us now go deeper into our topic and discuss another concern. As your collection grows, you will need to find a safe and secure place to store your watches. This is where the concern for storage arises. Moreover, counterfeiting is a major problem in the watch industry, and collectors need to be careful to avoid buying fake watches. Counterfeit watches can be very convincing, and even experienced collectors can be fooled. However, there are a few things that you can look for to help you identify a fake watch. Counterfeit watches are often made with inferior materials and construction. Look for signs of poor craftsmanship, such as uneven gaps between the case and the crystal, or misaligned lettering and markings. Counterfeit watches typically do not come with a warranty from the manufacturer. If the watch does not have a warranty, it is likely to be a fake. Here are some tips to avoid counterfeit watches. Buy from reputable dealers. Only buy watches from authorized dealers or reputable retailers. Be wary of online sellers. It is more difficult to authenticate a watch when buying online, so be wary of sellers who are offering watches at significantly discounted prices. Ask for references. If you are buying a watch from private sellers, ask for references from other buyers. Before you buy a watch, learn as much as you can about the model you are interested in. This will help you identify any red flags that may indicate the watch is fake. If you are unsure about the authenticity of a watch, it is best to have it examined by a professional watchmaker. Before we end this video, we will also give some tips for watching collectors out there facing the challenges of today's market. First, do your research. Before you buy any watch, it is important to do your research and make sure you are getting a fair price for a genuine watch. Get to know reputable dealers who can help you acquire the watches you want at fair prices. You may also consider insuring your collection. With this, you will make sure your watch collection is properly insured to protect it from theft and loss. By following these tips, watch collectors like you can minimize the challenges they face and enjoy your hobby to the fullest. Now this ends our video. If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Thank you for watching The Luxury World, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.